Hello, it is Sarah Divinely You. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is astrology and energy for the weekend of February 18th through probably the 21st, 22nd ish, and beyond. Definitely going to talk about this Pisces new moon and kind of talk about this Pisces season in general because this, like, not unlike this Aquarius season was abnormal, the Pisces season will be no exception. The Pisces new moon is on Sunday night, February 19th. It's at 1 degree of Pisces, and we still have Saturn within conjunction orbit at 28, I believe, degrees of Aquarius. And so, as I'm recording this on Thursday, the 16th, excuse me, the 16th, we have that Sun Saturn conjunction occurring. So it depends on how this lands, like in your natal chart. For me, this has been, being more responsible and, feeling very goal oriented. Of course, this is also on my natal sun, close to it. And so, but it kind of depends on where you are. You may be feeling the presence of Mercury in Aquarius much more than the Sun Saturn conjunction. So I think it really depends on how it shows up for you. For some people, it could be, Saturn is restricting, the Sun is at detriment. So it could be, although Saturn is at home in Aquarius, so it could be, rough road heading into this new moon weekend. But really it depends on where things land in your natal chart. So a few things about this Pisces new moon. It is kind of a preview of Saturn in Pisces, which will start on March 7th. Saturn will make its ingress into Pisces at that point. However, we still have planets in forward momentum. So it's really learning and showing us areas where being responsible, having boundaries. Pisces tends to be boundaryless. It has no boundaries. But I feel like with the oncoming presence of Saturn, it's teaching us or showing us ways that we can be more responsible and have more boundaries. Pisces is also about illusions and spiritual. It's ruled by Neptune. It's also ruled by Jupiter, but primarily it's associated with Neptune, which is water, ocean, Poseidon, those sorts of things. And as we move into this, it's going to be an opportunity to really gauge and step into your own self, what you need to do in order to proceed forward, because this is occurring with, like I said, all these planets in forward momentum. We do not have a retrograde until mid-April, so we have another month or so, month and about 10 days of all planets in forward motion. So all of the dreaminess of Pisces with forward momentum planets, especially Mercury and Aquarius. Aquarius is a very intellectual air sign. Mercury also rules an air sign of Gemini. It's very much like knowing what you want, uniquely what you want, and taking steps forward, therefore implementing boundaries, implementing routines, implementing the tasks that you need, or like I said, the routines is coming really clear, to actually fulfill or move forward or make progress in what you want to create. Remember, we still have Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. It's also like they call it the higher octave. In other words, it's sort of like the deeper planet to Mercury. So we've got a lot of Mercurial Uranus collaboration going on this weekend, which also feels like it's communicating. So when you combine communication with setting boundaries, maybe it's like intense conversations need to happen, or you clearly need to communicate what you want, what you desire, how you want it to go. This could be intense conversations, or it could just be, here's what I want to do, boom, 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 right? But it's very concise, it's very clear with communication. And so as we come into this weekend, it's a matter of really getting clear of what you're dreaming of, what you're feeling lights you up. Again, we still have all of that Aquarius energy, which demands individuality and demands uniqueness and wants you to be your open-hearted self, to share that with the community around you, with the collective, that sort of thing. So Pisces season as a whole is going to be interesting. We will have Venus, who's exalted in Pisces, finishing up just after this new moon, and it'll go into Aries. So it'll be a very different Venus energy coming into Monday and Tuesday for sure, the 20th and 21st of this month of February. The dynamic of Venus in Aries is very different than the dynamic of Venus in Pisces. It'll be a little more independent. So this comes back to, I've talked before about interdependence, wherein you're able to do things yourself, but you acknowledge that you need the support of other people. And I know a lot of us are feeling like we don't have a physical group that aligns with us, but I think this is a time to really distinguish, yes, those people in our physical community may not align with us and may not fully understand us, but that's who you have to physically support what you're up to, whether it's helping you create a space for the work you want to do, or whether that is financial support, or whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's babysitting your children so that you can do your work, right? Wherein you may have kind of a virtual community of people who can support you from a spiritual, energetic level, and that do understand and hear your goals and want you to elaborate and all of those things. So this is very common with Aquarius, I feel like, Aquarius and Taurus, because a Taurus, where Uranus is very earthly. It is very much creating your earth community. And then Aquarius is like innovative in technology, and that's where Mercury's hanging out. So we have this kind of dynamic of these two working together throughout this Pisces season, and Pisces allows us that and opens us up to that dreamy space, that really creative kind of head in the clouds. Pisces rules the 12th house, so you can look at your natal chart and see what's in your 12th house. It doesn't matter what sign is in your 12th house. So if you have maybe like Libra in the 12th house, you still have Libra ruled by Pisces. So you kind of have to see it through multiple lenses to see, to see what planets are there, and then to acknowledge the zodiac sign that they're in, and then acknowledge that the house that they're in. So, if you've got like Libra, planets in Libra, that's your 12th house, you're in a balance of spirituality, right? Libra is balance, 12th house is spirituality. There's also a lot of karma with the 12th house with Pisces, and closings and endings. It is the last of the zodiac, the 12th of the zodiac. So there may be a lot of endings happening. There may be a lot of closing. You may be letting go of old ways of being. This can be like multiple past lives. This could be past versions of yourself, and you've maybe outgrown them, and so you see where you can move forward and let those old patterns go, whatever those look like for you. Maybe you've been a people pleaser and you're like, I'm done, I'm just gonna honor me. And we're gonna have the support of Venus in Aries to be that, let go of that people pleaser way of being, and to embrace, like, I don't have to please anybody. I'm just gonna go do my thing, and it makes me happy, so I'm all good, right? That's like divine feminine, right? We do what we do because we like what we do. So lots of different dynamic with this new moon and heading into the beginning of next week. It's very supportive because we have all of the forward momentum. However, I do think it's going to be a bit of kind of self-asserting and self kind of acceptance, like another level of self-acceptance. But I definitely think communication and the communication and boundaries and being very clear, because Pisces, the dark side of a Pisces is you can get illusioned or lost in spirits, as in alcohol or escapisms and things like that. People with 12th house energy tend to be more into escapisms. And as I have said before, escapisms can be anything from alcohol and drugs to food to gaming to binge watching television to paying attention to crap that doesn't apply to your goals or what you want to achieve in life. And that's energy that you're giving to that thing that you're not giving to the thing you really want. So be very attentive this Pisces season as we move through it. Of our, does it really matter if you watch the thing? It doesn't really matter if you drink that drink or whatever, the thing. However, keep in touch with your self-care and your creature comforts. I keep thinking creature comforts, like food, napping, things like that, reading a good book curled up on the couch or in bed or whatever, like those sorts of things are creature comforts. So I am switching it up for Pisces season. Instead of doing Star Trek tarot, I'm going to be doing Angel Tarot. It's a little different flavor, but I feel like we are in a space and time wherein connecting with our higher self, connecting with our spirit guides, whomever they are, for me, it usually shows up as ancestors, like my grandmas, and things like that. That's how it shows up for me. So however it shows up for you, but I thought I'd give you a little bit more from the angelic realm just to support this spiritual journey we're all on. Remember, we're energetic beings and meat sacks in this life. I've also been having a lot of fun with my daily Instagram videos. The one I did yesterday, which was talking about different timelines, that there's multiple timelines occurring on Earth right now. And there, however it's kind of like choose your own adventure, right? And as we come into this Pisces new moon, new moons are all about setting intention. And so it is an opportunity to choose your next adventure. But it had me think about the episodes of Star Trek wherein there are parallel timelines happening at once. Yesterday's Enterprise is an example. Parallels is an example. I happen to be a huge fan of multiple timelines occurring at one time and just seeing how they show up in sci-fi and things like that. I want to say there was a Netflix movie that apparently was several movies, but I never knew that until recently. The Cloverfield Paradox, I want to say it was, that kind of incorporated every aspect of sci-fi that I love. And it was time, multi-universes, and all kinds of different things. Anyway, I don't even know if that's still on Netflix, but it's something that sticks out for me. So I've been having a lot of fun incorporating my love for sci-fi and my love for astrology and spiritual work and things like that. I do think it is, from a body work perspective, Pisces does rule, I believe, the soles of the feet. It's all about duality and being grounded and acknowledging that you're here on Earth, and also understanding that you are connected to a higher space, that you're connected to your higher self and your spirit guides and things like that. And so there's definitely an element to being grounded during Pisces season. It can tend to kind of carry us away, right? And all of the illusions and the ocean and the waves can carry us away. But it's a good opportunity to kind of stay grounded and all of that. So I did pull some aroma therapy, aroma fragrance cards. And so I'm going to pull up my iPad magnifier just so that I speak the right things in the moment. And so we have cedar wood, and this one is cedar wood fortifies and strengthens. And so again, anything that you can get that is kind of like a earthy oil or an earthy fragrance, really pulling you back down to earth, is going to support you during this time. You know, like I have said it so many times, and I almost feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but I think it's well worth reminding ourselves. I even get reminded by people on a regular of like, you know, making sure I'm staying grounded and making sure I'm staying connected to the chair I'm sitting on, to, you know, the connecting to the earth and getting outside and appreciating the sunshine or the ground or the dirt, and the leaves and the birds and the animals and the critters running around and all of those things. I think that's very important right now, to really remind ourselves that while we are spiritual beings in meat sacks, that we are a part of this earth. And so that's that. The second oil that I have for support is this is lemon eucalyptus, and this energizes the spirit. So this can help you in moving forward in those tasks, those goals, what you want to achieve moving forward. Lemon eucalyptus. Lemon is very purifying. Eucalyptus is very expansive. So you kind of combine those together in lemon eucalyptus. Both of these are available through doTERRA, or any other, if you're with if you know of if you're with Young Living, that's the other one. But I happen to sell for doTERRA, so that's the one I'm most familiar with. But these are both inexpensive oils. These are oils you would want to diffuse or inhale. You can just open the bottle and inhale them. Just smell through the bottle. So these are definitely, so cedar wood and lemon eucalyptus to support you through this Pisces new moon weekend and into next week. So I hope you do well through this. Really set those intentions. Be very clear in your communication. Creature comforts, connecting to the earth. Those are kind of the themes for this year and getting through this year, because it is kind of a year of a lot of change, a lot of plot twists, a lot of, oh, here's the new thing, you know, kind of thing. So I hope you found this to be helpful. I appreciate you tuning in to the daily shorts. I'm having so much fun with those. And if you are on Instagram or want to find me on Instagram, Sarah Divinely You, I am live on there daily and give you some deeper conversation around what we are experiencing. And sometimes I just have a little fun and show off some crochet stuff or whatever. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.